Okay, take two. Are we on? I think we're on. All right, let me come over. All right, I know it's late and I don't expect any of you to be on here live tonight. I will be going to bed straight after this, but I know you need this video for tomorrow's challenge, so I'm popping in here real quick to do it just before I head to bed. Please excuse me being in my togs. We've had a big birthday celebration here for our eldest daughter, Kaya, who just turned 14. We had some night swims and you might actually still be seeing some streamers and stuff. So please forgive all that and let's get stuck in. It is the most simple thing ever, date paste. Now, we did speak about all the benefits, so I'm not going to go into that, but let's go in and just make it. So all you have to do is fill up a jar with dates, just your regular dried dates. Now, the reason that we don't use the really beautifully juicy medjool dates is simply because we don't need to. So let me just show you those medjool dates in a second so I can show you the difference. Let me just fill up this jar. I hope you've been loving the challenge so far, guys. Carly and I certainly have. All right, this is your regular medjool, this is your nice medjool date, right? It's juicy, it's plump, it's just soft and sweet. Excuse my nails, I've got dates all through them now. This is your regular dried date. Now they're a bit harder and so they're not called for very much in recipes that this one would be. So this would be called for in recipes that you might see for smoothies, bliss balls, cheesecake base, a whole bunch of things because they're nice and soft. But they're also pretty expensive. I mean, at the Whole Food Collective, we have them for a pretty good price every day anyway, but they are still more expensive. And it's just so easy to make date paste. Not only is it going to cost you far less, you're going to get the same nutritional benefits because nutritionally they're the same, but you're also going to get a better, smoother smoothie because even when I use these medjool dates in a smoothie, they don't blend up perfectly through the smoothie. So I just really prefer to use date paste. So all you have to do, fill up your jar with dates, get some water, and just cover them all the way to the top. And the purpose of this is simply to soften them. So once you've filled it up to the top with your water, just kind of poke the rest down underneath to make sure they're all covered. And all you're going to do is put the lid on and stick it in the fridge. So I would usually just leave it in there for the day. If I did that at breakfast time, I would whiz it up at dinner time. If I did it at dinner time, I'd just leave it overnight. It doesn't matter if you leave it in for a couple of days or you just forget about it. It's simply just going to eat into its so-called shelf life. So it'll last about 2 weeks, maybe 3, if you use a clean spoon every time. It really does make a difference if you use that clean spoon every time. So what you just need to do is put that in the fridge for a few hours. If you're in a rush, you can just put hot water for 10 minutes, like boiling water even for 10 minutes, and they will soften real quick. I don't really like doing that just because I think it's stripping away some of that nutritional goodness that we want. So I just do it the simple, slower way. So here's one that I did a couple of days ago. I put it in the fridge ready. So I'm just going to show you now what to do. You take the lid off. It's really complex. You just dump it all in the blender, or the food processor rather. I found the food processor better for this than the blender. But you literally dump it all in, water and all. And then you just give it a whiz. Excuse the noise just for a second. Okay, so that is still a little bit chunky. So I would like to blend that for, I don't know, maybe another 45 seconds. And that's going to be enough. Then all you'd have to do, let's put it back in the jar and stick it in the fridge. So you can use it for things, obviously smoothies. You can put the date paste in smoothies. You can also use it in place of anywhere that you'd use a medjool date. In bliss balls, I put it in pancake batter. It goes really well in a curry if you want to add a little bit of sweetener to the curry. there's a plethora of ways that you can use date paste. And once you have it on hand in the fridge, you won't turn back. It's one of those things that is now always in my fridge along with my sweet potato puree in the freezer and the cauliflower puree. They're just things that I just never not have on hand, and the cashews as well. So once you get in the habit of doing this, you've seen how ridiculously easy it is. Once you're in the habit of doing it, it just opens up so many possibilities for you in terms of what you can do with your food to, deliver sweetness and nutrition in one go. So I promised I would keep it short because it's meant to be the simple date paste tutorial, right? So this is it. Have a lovely night. If you have any questions, comment below and I will get back to you tomorrow. Okay, bye.